Porter. Alan, what's going on, man? How are you?
Neil, it's a great day in North Carolina, and I may get to play golf tomorrow.
Really? So you're going to get to about certain degrees. You play in 40-degree weather, don't you?
It's be 49 to 56. It's going to be.
I think it's a good
49.
Yeah.
But it's sunny.
Exactly. And sunny, it's always sunny anywhere but Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, FYI, for my old Pittsburgh people, because we get 40 days of sunny weather a year or something. And that's why I've liked about Ohio. I look out in my office windows and I see sun, but I rather see cactus trees. But that's me just telling you that. All right, so our topic today is the control illusion. Why wealth feels like power until it doesn't. It's relating to the last topic, but I think that we're talking really high net worth individuals, Alan, now. This still, when we see people that are starting to accumulate wealth, start to pay off debt, they start feeling good, but we'll talk more about that. So what is the control illusion when it comes to wealth, Alan?
Neil, the control illusion is a belief that more money equals more authority over outcomes. Early on, wealth restores constraints, debt disappears, options expand, decisions feel freer, but as wealth scales, so do systems around it. What feels like control is often leverage operating inside an invisible framework. People don't understand this.
Yeah, I think the biggest concern is when we're going to find out, Alan, this year, with the new ways that people, when they file their taxes, how AI is going to really hit people quickly. So oh my gosh, I'm waiting for this.
With my tax strategy team, we'll be, I think the first week in March, we'll have all our tax strategies vetted and ready to put out to the public. And with the big, beautiful bill, there's a lot of things out there that people can take advantage of.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about the big, beautiful bill and leading up into March on that for sure. Why does money initially create a powerful sense of autonomy? And this is always the dream, more money.
Oh, yeah.
But tell us that. Yeah.
Because it removes immediate limitations. You can choose where to live, how to work, and what risk to take. At moderate levels of wealth, decisions feel personal and direct. There's very little structure friction. And if you don't have to worry about stuff, that's a huge thing.
That's like the first step in becoming wealthy versus rich, is getting yourself, paying off debt, starting to feel, and that's one of your programs for sure, your debt program, but feeling, okay, that I can live, I can buy what I want when I want, it's in moderation, and I understand that I can make more money. And people are going to have to look at that further and further moving forward, because the truth is we don't know about job market, anything anymore because of the changes. And that's where you have to really be with the right team. And that's what Alan brings, this unbelievable all-star financial team to the playbook. But you have to surround yourself with the right people when we're about to see some shifts that you've never seen in your life. At what point does wealth begin to reduce personal control instead of expand it?
It's like I've said before, when complexity outpaces simplicity, larger assets require custodians. Larger transactions trigger reporting. With transparency, larger families require governance. Larger portfolios also require more coordination. The individual stops operating alone and starts operating within the systems. And if he doesn't, he's going to lose it all.
Yeah. And so you're thinking about the small business owner, Alan, that literally might be bringing in a lot of revenue. And then at the end, they say you're only making, let's say, a certain amount of money. Once you get to that threshold where you can't do that anymore, where you can't say, okay, I'm making $60,000 or $70,000 a year and my revenue is about $500,000 or $1 million, and you start to go to that sense where the taxes are just catching up with you, you're making more and more money. There's no more hiding things. There's no more, okay, so when you're in that small business versus bigger business and more wealth, then everything changes. It sounds like what you're talking about. Like they're all going to know what's happening with you. Dun & Bradstreet will be reporting you all that stuff, Alan, right? Yeah. And everyone's going to look up your wealth and know what you're doing, does that make you a target, Alan, especially as a business owner, when they can really look up what you make and what's going on and what's happening?
Absolutely. Huh. You may be paying something with one guy, they come out and find your wealth. Oh, it's going up 70%.
Yeah. They're going to raise your price. Is this shift psychological, structural, or both, Alan?
Neil, it's both. Psychologically, the fear of loss increases with scale. Structurally, margin for error shrinks. A mistake at lower levels may be private and recoverable, but at higher levels, Neil, mistakes become public, costly, and systematic.
Here's a really interesting question. Why don't people openly talk about losing control as wealth grows? I just don't think people like talking about money. And they really don't talk about money even when they meet their financial advisor, Alan. They really want to keep to the vest and really not tell them really what's going on.
People don't talk about this because culturally, wealth is equated with independence. Admitting that complexity increases dependence sounds counterintuitive. But privately, many affluent individuals recognize that managing wealth feels less free than earning it. And I see this all the time with my wealthy clients. They just think, why? I felt better last year, but now I made more money. Now I'm not, I just don't feel as comfortable.
And that's so true, for sure. What does real control look like once wealth reaches scale, Alan?
Because culturally, again, wealth is equated with independence. Admitting that complexity increases dependency sounds counterintuitive, again. But privately, many affluent individuals recognize and managing wealth feels less free than earning it.
And basically, Alan, what does real control look once it reaches scale, Alan?
Real control isn't about having no constraints. It's about understanding them. It's coordination, governance, intentional structure, and flexibility. Control and scale comes from intelligent design, not the size of the number. And that's why I tell people you've got to become educated on everything that you do.
And Alan, with this big, beautiful bill, and as a business owner, really they got to go and get to your team of people because you have a team of professionals going to help, right?
Absolutely. I have a team of specialists, Neil. What I mean by specialists, say I'm your family doctor. I can treat you for minor illnesses, minor injuries, but if you want your knee operated on, you want the orthopedic surgeon. He's the specialist. And I have a team of tax-specific attorneys, CPAs, and other specialists in the field, and we collaborate together to come up with solutions for people's financial problems. It's showing people how to reduce and possibly eliminate both debt and taxes, possibly setting them up with a tax-free retirement. We go into legacy planning, tax savings and tax strategies, asset protection, business exit strategies, charitable gifting. We cover the whole gambit. But it's amazing that people, you do realize that 92 or 93% of all businesses overpay their taxes by 35%. That's just unbelievable. Because when I talk to affluent clients, they tell me, Alan, my financial advisor, CPA, and my attorney handle all my tax and financial decisions. I said, okay, first off, I'm not here to place any of them. I want to work with them as a team to give you the best possible scenario. But I got two questions for them. I said, when's the last time any of your advisors ever give you any proactive advice on saving taxes? It's slim to never. Like their CPA, he didn't have enough time. He's worried about compliance. Your attorney wants legal documentation, and your financial advisor wants to find the best financial vehicle for you. And the other thing I asked him, I said, you may have the greatest advisors in the world, but it's what they don't know. It's going to end up costing you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, in undue taxes, fees, and lost opportunity costs. And they all agree with me, Neil. But I like to talk to people. I don't charge for my consultations. It's all about education. And talk to me because I can change your not only your present financial position, but also your future financial position, and possibly leave a legacy that's going to be there for generations if properly handled.
All right. The best place people, Alan, can go is, because you don't charge for a consultation, is where?
They call me at 910-551-1046. You can go to my website. I have a ton of information there. It's www.strategicwealthstrategies.com, or you can email me at strategicwealth@gmail.com.
All right, Alan. We appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
That was the Strategic Wealth Strategies podcast, guys. Take care.